IFR departures, contact ground control, 121.9 for clearance. NOTAMs, due to numerous incorrect runway alignments, use vigilance with runway assignment. Advise on initial contact you have, Romeo.
That's not good.
Pontiac ground, Cirrus 524, Charlie, Charlie. Looking for the IFR to Charlie, Yankee, Tango, Zulu.
524, Charlie, Charlie, Pontiac ground, clear to Charlie, Yankee, Tango, Zulu, via radar vectors. As filed, climb maintain 3000, expect 7000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 132.35, squawk 6031.
All right, clear to Charlie, Yankee, Tango, Zulu, radar vectors and as filed, 3000, 7000 after 10, 132.35 and 6031 for the transponder, 524 Charlie, Charlie.
524 Charlie, Charlie, reback correct.
Oh man, that air conditioning is blowing nice and cool. All right. Gonna need a little bit more temperature on my oil here. All right, so today is, I'm actually going to Toronto. I filmed a couple of these flights beforehand. I did actually in-depth on how to fly to Canada in a previous video. In my older plane, or my G2, but I figured I'd do another, I won't film a ton of it, but I'll talk through it again. So the basics were, as my engine oil is heating up here, the basics are...
unable pattern work at this time. We do have some VIP moving in a moment, so it's going to be a little bit until pattern work's approved.
Did you hear that? We got some VIP movement coming in a little bit. I wonder what that is. Interesting. So anyway, all you got to do is really you file an EAPIS. And again, in my other video, I kind of really went in depth on how to do this. File your EAPIS on departure arrivals, and then you call CANPASS and just talk through, you know, where you're going, what are you doing, all that kind of stuff. It's really straightforward. When you get there, you just call them up, CANPASS, and say, I've arrived. Sometimes they send someone out. In my experience, they've never sent anybody out. And then when you come back, this is an international airport in Pontiac. You got to go over and do customs. A little bit, they for sure always come out here. So there's a little circle that you go taxi by, and then they have a notice of your arrival in the EAPIS, so you got to give them a little heads up too. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. All right, let's do our mag check here now that we got some temperature. There's 358 Charlie Delta. That's one of my old girls right over there. All right, check the right mag. Come back. Check the left mag. Things looking great. Landing light. That's good. Probe heat. That's good. Check the fan. Alt 1's looking good. All right. Come back and check our low idle. 670, that's good. All right, back up to 1,000. All right, flaps are set, comms and navs. ATIS, I've got that. Clearance, it's Romeo. Transponder set, flight controls, free and correct. That feels good. Let's set up, let's check our autopilot here. Override. Disconnect. Let's check that again and just see if I can't do the trim. Let's check this. Can't do the trim. There's another feedback to try it. Also check runaway trim with the autopilot disconnected and holding down. Again, great feedback by everybody. Appreciate it. Let's set that trim for takeoff. Let's get our autopilot set to 3,000. And we're going to go runway heading to start with, 270. And we're going to climb out and flight level change.
54 Delta Sierra, pull 2 ultra to Charlie.
120, it's just me.
954, Delta Sierra.
Alright, that's all good.
Hold short of taxiway Charlie.
Lights, that's good. Fuel selector, let's check that. Manual. That works. That works. Come back.
Romeo Papa Honey Crown taxi via Charlie.
Check that. Charlie. Oh, that's good. Doors, air conditioning, no recirc. Fuel selector, that's good.
Taxi via Charlie.
Whoop. Heading mode. I do love all the enunciators here.
2804, altimeter 3003.
It just told me, hey, your autopilot's going to be in roll mode, just so you know. And I was like, oh yeah, I need to set that up as heading mode. Checked all that stuff. Did that. No cast messages, and we don't need any ice protection. All right, let's do our little flow here. That's good. This is good. Boost 50%. No recirc. Autopilot's good. Comms are set. Squawk code is good. The route in the navigation is correct. I filed with a fix that I always get. I didn't go direct. I filed basically Pontiac to a fix called Alamo and then to Toronto City Center or Billy Bishop. They always give me that, so we'll see if that helps.
Ground 121.9. What were the numbers again?
On course heading 083 if they ask from Detroit, and that's all good. Yeah, this is actually probably, well not probably, this is one of my favorite airports to fly into. It's really picturesque. It can be sporty. The wind off the buildings and everything can be turbulent and sporty. And they do send you out over the lake, so you got to just, you know, be comfortable with that.
Suppress the route and then I'll give it to you in just a moment.
But yeah, it's really, really a fun airport to fly into. And so just going to go pick up my daughter, bring her back home for the weekend. Easy out and back, about an hour and 15 minutes with the tailwind. All right, let's go ahead and taxi.
Pontiac ground, Cirrus 524, Charlie, Charlie. We're at Maven. We've got Romeo. We are ready to taxi.
Stand by.
I'm really curious what this VIP traffic is. We may not even know. And thank goodness we've got some XM radio because the Tigers are in the second game of the Wild Card Series. They won yesterday, so I'll be listening to that game. It's a 3 o'clock start, I think. So that'll be what I'm listening to on the way over there. Hopefully they can clinch that round. It's crazy that they're in the playoffs. I admittedly gave up on them in July, and then all of a sudden they popped off in August.
Pontiac Road, Archer 8570 Foxtrot at DCC, ready to taxi with information, Romeo.
All right, sorry about that. I was on the other line. Stand by at Maven, ready to taxi. Who was that?
November 524, Charlie, Charlie.
524, Charlie, Charlie. Runway 27 left, taxi via Charlie.
27 left via Charlie, 524, Charlie, Charlie.
All aircraft that called up on the
southwestbound is typhoid down 400 indicated. Should be no factor.
All right, 270 Foxtrot. Runway 27 right, taxi Vidal. Eastern Express 207. Got that clearance whenever you're ready.
Let's hear it.
Eastern Express 207.
Let's hear it.
Golf Romeo, Romeo, view radar vectors.
Pontiac Tower, Cirrus 524, Charlie, Charlie. We're holding short of 27 left. We are IFR.
Talking through with the Alpha, turn, say Parker.
Crawford Eagle, left turn after Lima.
With the Alpha, turn left at Lima, contact ground point 9.
Ground point 9, Roger.
Cirrus 524, Charlie, Charlie, Pontiac Tower, hold short, over 27 left.
Hold short, 27 left, 524, Charlie, Charlie.
Down 2 Charlie Hotel, number 1, runway 27 right. Clear the land, traffic 3 mile final, parallel runway, Duchess. Cirrus 524, Charlie, Charlie, Pontiac Tower, runway 27 left, line up and wait, traffic on base, 4 north runway.
27 left, line up and wait, 524, Charlie, Charlie.
All right, landing lights on, boost pumps on, mixture is full rich, recirc is off.
Texas Fork Romeo, traffic is hold position, make the 180 on runway 27 left. Turn left to Juliet, hold short, runway 27 right, remain in frequency.
180 on 27 left. Left at Juliet, we'll hold short. 27 right, stay with you, Fort Romeo.
Wind 2605.
I haven't seen that before either. He 180'd that Duchess.
Pontiac Tower, Diamond, 727 Mike Zulu.
Kind of a weird look to see a plane facing right at us.
Pontiac Tower, continue inbound for runway 27 left, traffic holding position.
Continue inbound, 27 left, 7 Mike Zulu.
Cirrus 4 Charlie, fire over heading, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
27 left, clear for takeoff, runway heading 524 Charlie.
Diamond 7 Mike Zulu, number 1, runway 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land, number 1, 7 Mike Zulu.
Everything looks good.
This is Fort Romeo, cross runway 27 right at Juliet, taxi at Delta to DCT.
Cross 279 Juliet, Delta DCT, thanks for your help, Fort Romeo.
Going 4 Charlie, safe parking. Correction, Skyline 2 Charlie Hotel, safe parking.
Waterford, avionics.
Going 2 Charlie Hotel, take it all the way down to Lima, turn left in Lima, hold short, runway 27 left, remain my frequency.
All the way down to Lima and holding short of 27 left, 2 Charlie Hotel. Pontiac Tower from Air 1, approaching 1 mile over the 59 corridor.
Roger, Air 1.
600.
If we can, we'd maintain this corridor at 59, and then when we get around Pentastar, some orbits on the southwest part of the field to maintain overwatch.
Roger, Air 1, that is approved. Wind calm, altimeter 3003.
Air 1, roger, thank you.
Cirrus 4 Charlie, fire on heading, contact Detroit departure.
Hold departure, thanks. Detroit departure, Cirrus 524 Charlie, runway heading, climbing 3000.
524 Charlie, Detroit departure, radar contact, turn right heading 360, climb and maintain 4000.
360, 4000, 524 Charlie.
0 Bravo Sierra, the airport's at your 12 o'clock and 10 miles, contact Pontiac Tower 120.5.
Airfield in sight, 120.5, 0 Bravo Sierra, thank you.
Detroit approach, Cirrus 363 Whiskey Tango with you, 4,500.
363 Whiskey Tango, Detroit approach, altimeter 3003.
3 Whiskey Tango.
We're right on the edge of Detroit's Bravo, where we sit underneath that shelf, so they always keep me fairly low until we get about...
Charlie, what's your on course to Olamo?
About a 080 heading.
4 Charlie, climb and maintain 5,000, proceed direct to Olamo.
5009, direct to Alamo, 524 Charlie.
I said it wrong too. Alright, let's go here, direct, enter, and go into nav mode. It's Alamo. Sync the heading bug, watch the leaning, and we got 5,000.
Detroit All-Star 620 is 9,300, descending 4,000.
All-Star 620, roger.
Alright, we can turn this air conditioning off. Just verify our cruise checklist or our climb checklist. Climb power set, flaps are up, engine leaning as required, fuel pump is on boost. Reaching 5,200 to go. Not as smooth as I thought it would be today. My daughter doesn't love the bumps, so I'm just trying to get a gauge for where the smooth air is at. Just about outside of his airspace, so he should clear me up to 7,000 in a minute.
4 Charlie, climb and maintain 7,000.
7,000, 4 Charlie.
As expected.
Pontiac inside, All Star 620.
All Star 620, roger, descend and maintain 3000.
3000, All Star 620.
9 Charlie Delta, contact Pontiac Tower, 120.5.
To the tower, thanks, 9 Charlie Delta. Hey, Don.
Oh, it's Don. That's funny. Oh, forgot to pull my power back up when I was my climb.
November 363, Whiskey Tango, contact Suburbs approach.
There we go. It's smooth at, smoothed out right at 5500.
963, Whiskey Tango.
So our route today will take us right very close to Port Huron, Michigan, right over the St. Clair River, and yeah, it's a pretty straightforward flight from here.
524 Charlie Charlie, contact Selfish approach, 119.6.
19.6, we'll see it. Salvage approach, good afternoon, Cirrus 524, Charlie Charlie, we're at 7,000 and direct Alamo.
November 524 Charlie Charlie, salvage approach, salvage altimeter is 3001.
01.
All right, so we got that set up. Let's just get our cruise power set up. Just 75% here. And we'll go ahead and lean out. That looks great. About 65, 68% there. Cruise checklist, fuel pumps on. Cruise power set, mixture lean is required, everything's good. Cue up the descent checklist. Okay, so the only interesting thing about this flight, or that I haven't covered or that didn't work last time, was I registered my plane for PDC, which is the pre-departure clearance. Well, last time I was in here, I did a short video on it. It didn't work, and I think it didn't work because I filed direct and there was a reroute and it just didn't come through. So to test that theory, I filed the route that they always give me coming out of here. I've flown out of here, I think this is my 6th time coming out of here. Every single time, at least on the 26 runway, it's the Perlo 4 departure, the Durlo transition, pickup, you know, it's always the same. So I filed it that way this time, and it accepted it without a reroute.
Okay, I'm going to stop there for a second because that's not, what I said is not entirely true. I did try to file exactly what they always give me, which, as I just mentioned, the Perlo 4, Durlo, pickup, and the Oakland 1 arrival. That's what they always give me out of there from 26. When I tried to file that on this flight, I couldn't file it. It would reject the flight plan because it said that my aircraft couldn't fly the Oakland 1 arrival. And I was so confused by that. I went and looked at the plate, the arrival plate, and there wasn't anything on there that would make it seem like, you know, I have radar between the facilities that I'm at. I've got DME or GPS, so it just was weird. I didn't understand. Then I thought maybe my aircraft wasn't set up right. You know, being a new G7, I kind of copied an old profile. This is a great question for anybody else that's out there. As far as filing goes, if you look at my filing profile under my aircraft, you know, how is yours set up? Maybe I don't have something set up correctly. But what was odd for this video, I was like, well, I'm going to go try to file it again and record it and see the error that comes up or that came up before. So I literally just did the flight in there, filed it, and it accepted it. So I was like, all right, well, cool. It worked that time. So what happened was I had said I filed it, but I actually got rid of the Oakland 1 arrival, and I filed it without that. And it did accept it. It didn't change the route. It didn't update it. Usually I'll see in like FlightAware, it'll tell me what route. If there's a reroute, it'll tell me what the reroute is. Sometimes it'll do it in ForeFlight, or a lot of times it will do it in ForeFlight. But I find in Canada it gets a little weird, and I have to look at FlightAware to see what the routing is. And so that's my little cheat code there. But when I did that, it filed it and didn't change it. But the PDC got rejected. I got a notification that said, there isn't one. You're going to have to contact the tower and let them know you're negative on the PDC. So I did that. And he's like, yep, I've got a reroute. And what the reroute was, it added back in the Oakland 1 arrival. So I think the problem still is that the PDC doesn't work. And somebody please tell me if I'm wrong in this. I don't think the PDC works when you get a reroute. I think it'll work if you file it and it's accepted as is, either as filed or whatever. I think then it works. Other than that, I don't know, because this is the second time it didn't work. And now it doesn't give me the error that it did before. So I'm back to square one. But yeah, if anybody has any information on why, or if I don't have this set up correctly in here, as far as the filing codes, the ICAO codes, let me know. This is just what I kind of copied another one, and it seems to have worked so far. But yeah, so as I continue to talk here in this video, it didn't work.
So I think it's within 30 minutes of my departure, I should get a text message and an email that's basically giving me my clearance. Kind of like how the big airlines get it through their FMS and they acknowledge their clearance right through their flight computer. So I'm curious if that will work. That'd be awesome, because not that I don't like reading back the stuff, but it's just one less thing that you have to do. And it'd feel kind of cool to just be like, hey, I'm ready to taxi. I don't need to go through that whole rigmarole. So I'm curious if that'll work. I already filed it. It was accepted. I didn't get anything yet. If not, I'll queue up to their clearance and say, hey, negative on the PDC again. So it could be a Canadian thing or NavCan thing. I don't know. I haven't tried it I haven't been to an airport in the U.S. yet that is
Charlie Foxtrot, India, Papa November, December 19, 6000.
So we'll see. But in the meantime, music. Let's go to find the ball game, and we'll pick you up on the arrival into Toronto City Center, Billy Bishop, whatever they call it. Yeah. All right, when I said they send you out over the lake, I'm not kidding. My glide, I'm in no man's land right now.
Okay, Alpha Delta November, for that I'll need to get you a bit lower. You can remain on this present heading for now, down to 3,000 feet.
Down to 3,000 on a heading of 210 for Alpha Delta November. Do you see my transponder, sir, at 57?
Alpha Delta November, I'm showing squawking 7777.
He gave me 557, but he was seeing the same with all 7, so I must have a problem here. He just left me on that and identified it.
Forward Charlie Charlie, cleared left-hand visual, runway 26 approach.
All right, cleared left-hand visual 27 or 26 approach to 524 Charlie Charlie.
24 Charlie Charlie, thanks. Contact City Tower now 118.2, good day.
Over to tower, thanks.
Charlie.
That's Echo ground 117.
All right, he cleared me for the visual, which is good because I can start heading back in to not be so far out over the water.
Tower 55, Chris 2000.
A5, altitude your discretion, altimeter is 29908.
Altitude my discretion, 29908, 85, thank you.
City Tower, November 524 Charlie Charlie, we're on the visual for 26.
November November Yankee, you are clear, touch and go, runway 26.
Over, shooting for November Yankee.
Roger. November 524 Charlie Charlie City, runway 26, wind 2007, altimeter is 29908. Are you familiar with the Eastern Gap, about a mile and a half east of the field?
Hey, firm, 524 Charlie Charlie.
524 Charlie Charlie, roger, fly your base through that Eastern Gap.
Base turn to the gap, 524 Charlie Charlie.
November November Yankee, turn crosswind.
Turning crosswind, go for November Yankee.
All right, there's 90 knots. Base through the gap. Just a beautiful night. A little bouncy on the way in, but beautiful approach.
Charlie, Charlie, tower, winds 2007, clear to land runway 26.
Clear to land 26, 524 Charlie, Charlie.
Brakes are good, on slope. On speed, on slope. It's a fairly short runway here, it's only 4,000 feet or just under that.
Box with the kilo, turn downwind and next time tighter circuits, please.
Turning downwind, we'll do a tighter circuit. Next round, Golf Foxtrot Hotel Kilo.
Fox Hotel Kilo, roger. Number 1, unable touch and go, wake turbulence, dash 8 to depart, same intentions.
We'll do a low and over. Golf Foxtrot Hotel Kilo, we're number 1.
4 Charlie Charlie, exit Echo, contact ground 1217.
Echoing over to ground 524 Charlie Charlie, thanks.
November Yankee, unable touch and go.
Ground Cirrus 524 Charlie Charlie, we're cleared at Echo and we're going over to Porter.
I think that's the wrong frequency. Thought I put it in there. Yeah, 27.2.
Ground Cirrus 524 Charlie Charlie, we're cleared at Echo over to Porter.
4 Charlie Charlie, turn on to Bravo, April is at your discretion.
Bravo, April my discretion, 524 Charlie Charlie.
That's weird, I could have swore I put that in there. Guess I did not. Alright, welcome to Toronto. Again, this is by far my favorite little hop that I do. And it's a good mission because my gotta get my daughter to and from, so it's nice. There's a guy spooled up here. Looks like a medvac of some sort. Come around his way. This has always been a great FBO for my purposes.
The ground is Foxtrot India Bravo Tango, hangar 1 for local east.
Foxtrot India Bravo Tango,
see if he wants me to stay here.
7, altimeter 298. Text on the airplane, your discretion to the east run up there, advise complete. Squawk 1270.
1270, advisor of complete India Bravo Tango.
He wants me to go over here. I figured as much. I'm kind of in a traffic little pattern here.